So the mage called Wizard, being too lazy to chase after, goes back to check on Bella Swan, whom he left with Dedetnadet. But she's no longer there, Dedetnadet explains, because Dedetnadet is useless. MC Whistles is not so useless most days, so he gets to deducing from pictures and crap on the floor that Bella Swan was pining to buy her old house. Also deducing, cause he's that fucking good when he's trying, that Bella Swan's current location is a park bench a few blocks away from that house. And so the mage called Wizard teleports right over there, causing Bella Swan to freak out to the extent that she's capable of. You don't understand. I overheard an evil cartoon businessman saying he was going to turn my house into a parking lot. So you see, I have to use every man I come across to get my house back from Tax Richmond.
Okay, you know I'm not trying to stop you from skanking your way to a free house. I'm just after the penisy clown shark. It's kinda my thing to take care of that sort.
The pair then notice that the house Bella Swan wanted is on fire. Half-assed CG fire. And so the pair go to check it out, but it turns out it wasn't just one of the house's numerous fakey CG fire hazards. Nay, it was the doing of Senor Penisy Clown Shark. And as the house burns, so too does burn the memories of Bella Swan. No, literally, they show her thought bubbles catching fire, and if I'm not mistaken, I saw the word subtlety burning with them.
Hold the phone! I am not letting you fall into despair. The last thing I need is to psychonaut into your skanky mind.
MC Whistles puts out the flames with his puddle form, then fights the monster outside because it's easier to shoot there. Now, as you might recall, they set up a stink ring at the start of this episode, and something I haven't mentioned yet is that Senor Penisy Clown Shark won't shut up about his sense of smell. Do you see where this is going yet? Yes, when Senor Penisy Clown Shark tries to get away by burrowing this time, MC Whistles makes his hand really huge to slam it on the ground and make him pop up.
If you could do this all the time, why didn't you do it before? I love the power glove. It's so wait, crap, I have a toy to sell.
MC Whistles whips out his stink ring and shoots a red herring in the face. He then slips the ring on Senor Penisy Clown Shark, who luckily has fingers, then awkwardly forces Senor Penisy Clown Shark to scan the ring over his obscene belt buckle. And then MC Whistles does what he could have done at any time. He kills Senor Penisy Clown Shark using the Pedro move, as if to only show he could take the embarrassment a step further.
I know I said I wouldn't make a habit of that, but to be honest, the imp the hell cleaners send to bitch at me is kind of cute.
Suddenly then, without warning, an epilogue arrives. Bella Swan tells MC Whistles that she's completely over buying her old house because it's now Tuesday. Also, she says she'll turn herself into the police.
Turn yourself in? You know, to my knowledge, you haven't done anything illegal.
I'm just too beautiful and perfect. That has to be a crime. The Dedetnadet drives up then to remind the viewers what an actually attractive woman looks like.
Oh, thank Antichrist you're here. MC Whistles, I need to borrow your skank to give this guy someone else to perv on.
The Dedetnadet is referring, of course, to Creepy Box Guy, the character who is getting out of her car and holding a piece of paper now. If this is a love poem, I'm done.
Bella Swan, I bought this house which was already sold to the generically evil businessman. I'm not sure how I did that, but I have the flyer from the floor of your apartment to prove it.
Oh, God, weren't you listening? I'm over this house now.
But
You're the worst.
MC Whistles, can we get the fuck out of here and avoid these people for the rest of our lives?
Sounds good to me, though I'm still convinced this is an opium dream.
And so, no, okay. Meanwhile, stretching the timer, Phoenix Wrong is acting uncharacteristically pissy.
That fuck-down mage called Wizard Penisy Clown Shark was our only rich friend!
Would you chill out, bro, Cephas?
Sod off, Horgonsella! Next arc, I'm kicking mage called Wizard's ass myself!
And with that subtle hint, finally, the arc is over. Until it gets remade next year. My thoughts on this one? Well, it was an awful trudge that sucked away my life essence, but it did raise awareness of what rich people do for recreation. You see, far too often do rich people buy houses in gated suburban communities, bulldoze them, and build parking lots that no one will ever use. The rich now refer to this compulsion as Parkinson's disease. And if we all work together, then maybe, just maybe, we can find a cure. Well, Well, until such a golden age, next time it's Magic Mike's Pimped Out Trike, the traffic obstruction, or Magic Stan's Mystery Van, in search of the Wow Wow Whizzle Woggle Wazzy Woodle Woo crisis. Until then, good night and goo goo gachoo eyes the means.